Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to the DRMC, where you're about to see the finals of our Virus Busters League Mild Edition. Yes, you're going to see the number one seed Chococat versus the number three seed Larva. They're going to be playing on Switch in just a few minutes. We are so excited that you're here to join us. And speaking of joining me, is my co commentator for the evening, Leviticus. Leviticus, you psyched for this match?
I am psyched for this match. I won't say that in French, but I am psyched for this match. Yes, these two players that we're going to see tonight are two players that, in particular, in Columbus, I noticed in the qualifying rounds when I saw them. I believe they both made bracket as well, and I was just really impressed with the play. I think they've improved a lot over the last year. And obviously, it's come to bear in the mild fever league here. They're both here in the finals. They both got through some tough opponents, and I can't wait to see who's going to take it.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we saw Choco Cat. We've seen her around a ton. We know that she is the wife of Doc, who you saw in our semis of the Extreme Fever League. And so she's been playing for a long time and she's been growing just as much as Larva has. And I know Larva's hungry for this win as well. So this should be really exciting. So Choco Cat just beat Getsy, who's been a regular at our tournaments, and Larva beat BB Forky, who was also there in Columbus this fall.
Yeah, that they like I said, I believe they both made the bracket. I don't recall what their final results were, but honestly, from what I remember just of the play that I saw, uh, I I think both these players could honestly graduate up to extreme in the next season. Chococat, obviously the number one seed, and Larvae number three seed. They've impressed a lot, and they might be ready to make the jump. But well, I'm sure before that happens, they'd like to see if they can take a championship. So we're gonna have to see who wants it more. I think.
Yeah, and of course, we want to name the champion. The champion is called the Friendly Physician in this league. Of course, Doc is the runner of our Virus Busters League. He's done an outstanding job, and Ibar has been helping him out a lot. And this group has a lot of spirit. They have their great names for things, and we're really excited to bring you more Virus Busters League content.
All right, I think we're already on the start screen. I think we're about ready to kick off. I'm not sure if we're waiting for readies for our players.
Well, let's see, we're looking for that in the chat, and yeah. Looks like we're good. Of course, these players will be playing on level 14 medium. In live tournaments, the bracket plays on 14 high, but Leviticus, why do we use medium online?
So usually online, unfortunately, unlike playing in real life on real hardware on a CRT, there's going to be some amount of input delay from a variety of things, least of which is the online. So because of the input delay, just to sort of make that feel a little better for the players, we end up playing on medium instead of high, like you might have seen in the Columbus Championships 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, particularly that switch can be can be laggy and then suddenly not, which is always stressful. So we have our countdown: three, two, one, and pills.
All right, both players are going to start off with the same. Wow, they're making the exact
Oh
same moves
wow!
here, but no one's
Almost.
found a combo yet. I
Yes, each of them have found one basically at the same time, and not very friendly garbage for either of those players.
No, absolutely not. There's unfortunate column 8 garbage for both of them, different colors, but still the same column, still the same issue. I think Larvae is about to find a combo here, Choco has done a better job of clearing out her board. She's a little further down the screen. She's a little more room to maneuver, and we're going to have to see if she can convert that advantage here.
Mhm. Yeah, now Choco Cat was digging down towards the center of the bottle, and of course, that's obviously good because you're clearing viruses. But also, if Larva gets a hold of the combo game, it could send a little bit slower. It could really slow Choco Cat down.
But it doesn't seem like she's not looking very slow right now. She's making
No.
good decisions. She's making them
Ooh.
quickly. She's making her way down the board here, and she's getting combos at the same time. She's really putting the pressure on Larva here.
And Larva had a great triple just a moment ago, and Choco Cat is still set up for a combo in columns 2 and 3. So, actually in 1 and 2 as well. So, maybe Larva has an opportunity to wreck that. But, no, Choco Cat gets one down the left-hand side of the board. Still, Larva's not in a bad situation at all.
Not at all. No, she's doing what you need to do. She's finding setups. She's trying to be efficient with it and get us further down the board as she does so. And if she can do that, then she is going to be able to get back into this.
And a beautiful sweet tea from Chococat just a moment ago. Ooh, yeah, Larva made a last second adjustment with that double red because she saw the next box, which is crucial in verses, and she saw that she had a combo right away. So good job there, Larva. It's 45 to 32, advantage Chococat, who has a very low and even board.
And she just keeps finding the setups. Strange placement of the double red here, but she just had no good place for it. Looking for some way to make a setup out of that. But yeah, on Larvae's board, unfortunately, she's starting to get very high up. She's managed to take down her column four here, but she's oh no,
Ooh,
that's going to be an
oh,
issue, and
mhm,
that's going to be a top out. That's going to be game one to Choco Cat.
mhm. And it's really hard to convey when you're at the top of that board. If you haven't played versus before or versus recently, those last couple pills, it seems like they're running a ton faster at the top of the board, regardless of what speed you're at.
And the longer the game goes on, the more that you get the magnification of that. Starting into the second game here, again, it's looking a lot like the same story. Choco Cat is uh, finding quick setups early, and she's her pace of play is just impressing me right now. Like she is making decisions, and she's not spending too much time, and she's that timing advantage is really helping her take the lead here.
Ooh, and Larva had a nice combo there. Ooh, she's got a good horizontal. Ooh, that's a beautiful quad, just ripping so
Oh,
much off of the board right now, followed by two other combos. She's putting the stun lock on Choco Cat.
yes, and
And
Choco Cat's hung her setup here on the right side, so now she's suddenly in a very dangerous spot.
ooh, yeah, but Choco Cat clearing this out. If she can hold out for a yellow pill fragment, that is going to be less of a problem. She brings down that column six. Woo! But
Mhm.
Larva, very, very nice play.
Absolutely, and the damage has been done. Even if she was able to take it down, she had a huge combo setup that she had to give up in order to stay in the game and to stay alive. And in the meantime,
Ooh,
Larvae is making the most of it and getting down the board and taking advantage of that misplay.
yeah, really shaking off that first game. Another combo there does clear some garbage off the board for Chococat. Chococat already set up for another combo, decides not to take it there. So it looks like she's really working on a little bit of the digging game. She's making sure that she has her good plans set up and that she's cleared a little bit of this garbage out. That's allowed Larva to get a 5 virus lead, but Yellow, not at all useful. She's going to have to use that for combos like that one down the right hand side.
Exactly, and I think that's made it very difficult for her to find setups and to keep the pressure going that she had there momentarily. When you just don't have a color and the game is giving it to you, it can be difficult. Might just have to, you know, make some rather wild decisions to keep up that pressure, but it is very difficult. That being said, she's still well ahead. Choco Cat is still having issues on her board, also suffering from a lack of yellow access here. So it's looking good on Larvae's side here in game two.
Mhm. Yeah, and of course, the players will get the exact same piece sets. They had the exact same viruses at the beginning. So if we see Larva go through a drought, it looks like she's a little bit of ahead in terms of pill count. So you will see Choco Cat probably going through things a little bit after Larva does. But yeah, Larva, 10 viruses ahead. Nice combo there. And Choco Cat's still working on that column 8. And man, that red there placed in column 7 blocks off the opportunity to clear that blue horizontally.
Mhm. Choco is definitely making combos here. I don't know if she is making progress on the
Ooh,
board as much as she needs to. Although the garbage is starting to fall for Larvae, and she now has no access to viruses. So it's a process. It's you have to every little piece of garbage helps, and it takes a lot of them to make a comeback.
right, exactly. And that's the thing about this game. You can be off to a really good start like Larva was, and then if your partner gets that or your opponent gets that combo game going, your board is lower, it takes things longer to fall, and then you have to readjust your plans and get out of the rhythm. But with that being said, Larva's really back in the game. Look at all the combo setups. Aside from that blue garbage that just dropped, I mean, she's got it going on.
It looks like she is gonna try to make something of it here. She's now gonna make a
Ooh,
blue L with that
yeah.
garbage that fell, which is, I mean, she just is now lacking in blue access. So sometimes those are the kinds of setups you have to find when you don't really have many other options. Now looking for a yellow cross on the left with this double that I believe she is gonna go for.
Mhm. Nice sweet tea there. Meanwhile, Chococat, 25 viruses, really going to need to get this combo game going. And of course, column one, still a problem for Chococat. So when you see a board that looks like this, you're thinking that at the end, the player is probably going to be doing under clears, horizontal clears, because they do not want to keep dropping that garbage down on top of the next row if they think they're going to go vertically.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's. Oh no, I think that may be a misdrop at the top, and I don't
Oh,
think she can afford mistakes like that right now. She really needs to start putting the pressure on Larva, who has a relatively clear board. Even if she can get down to the bottom again, that end game is going to be an issue. But that's not even a concern because she's going to top out
oh,
here.
excellent. I mean, not excellent, but we've got a tie. Or I want to see them go back to back to back. You know what I mean? I want to see them fight it out.
Absolutely. Well, they're going to move into game three very quickly. I think Choco Cat wants to shake that one off and just get right into the next one here.
Ooh, man, this is going to be a chonky T. Well, I was hoping for a chonky T, but Larva had a nice horizontal there, dropped some nice plans. Ooh, triple from Choco Cat.
Oh, she gives up the double for more setups. Interesting. Interesting.
Mmm.
She had a yellow red she could have cleared the double setup on the left with, but she just went for a different setup to try to build it even bigger, send even more garbage. Uh, now she does finally clear it, and Larvae is starting to see some
Ooh, oh.
top screen action here.
Yeah, I love the way Choco Cat has her board right now. You got this nice opportunity for a combo straight down the center. She takes it. It's a triple. Now she's going to want to make sure that this board comes down sort of evenly. Beautiful cross there from Choco
Mm,
Cat. So now she has fewer pill halves left on the board, which means that she'll just have to drop some pills to make some more combo opportunities.
Yep, she's cleaning this up so well, and now it's starting to show on Larvae's side of the board. She's very high. She needs to make
Ooh.
sure she flips this next pill correctly,
Oh.
but she does not, and that's going to be a crown for Choco Cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, quick top out there, but getting the game started again. And I just really like that the two of them, they have the same instinct for the first pill. It's always fun to see that.
Oh, that's my favorite when the two
It's
players in
my
the opening scramble,
favorite.
they just make the same moves, especially when they play at the exact same speed and it's like you're watching the same person twice. Ah, so good.
And I really like the opening sequence here from Larva. Larva's opening here has been so clean. And the thing is, needs a lot of blue and yellow, but look at that. She's got two doubles back to back and put a little stun lock there on Choco Cat.
And yeah, she's essentially just making her way down the board uncontested at this point. A little blue garbage now in column 6 to block things up a little bit, but certainly manageable.
Hmm. Yeah, and that garbage from Choco Cat actually cleared out a little bit of mess there on Larva's board. Not that it's very messy at all, but nice combo there down the right hand side. Yeah, Larva again finding her rhythm after a quick top out seems to be the name of the game, and she's doing a great job.
She does seem to mostly be ignoring this sixth column blue garbage that's been there for some time. If she is making progress down the left, but it's starting to make her board a little uneven. She is going to need to address that at some point because if not, then if more garbage should fall there, that small issue is going to fester into something greater.
Yeah, but look at her. She can clear this red horizontally, which she does now. Unfortunately, she did block off that yellow from the left-hand side. But notice if she tucks a yellow down underneath in column 6, blue will fall on top. She won't have a problem anymore.
Well, that is going to be the play, I think. We're going to see if she goes for it, and she does, and she finds it. She's now finding even more setups here as well. A yellow horizontal setup here that she is going to just delay momentarily to take a quick little double, just put a little pressure on the other board there.
Hmm. Yeah, I really like this. I think Larva is setting the tone for this game. She's setting the pace, although I think that double red was a misdrop there in the center of the board, but not a big one because notice she set up the double yellow on top. So if she drops those reds horizontally, actually in the beautiful T that she could do, yes, she gets a combo on top of that.
And then the garbage falling just as she clears it. So not a moment too soon. It's always makes me nervous to see those setups at the top of the screen where one piece of garbage can suddenly put you in a really bad spot. But if you're fast enough and you can get it out of the way in time, then sometimes that's what you've got to do.
Mhm. And Choco Cat, working her way down the board, gave up the opportunity for a sideways T there with some yellows, but nevertheless, only 8 viruses back and a pretty clean board, starting to build a bunch of opportunities for combos, Lev.
This has been really interesting game compared to the first three that we've seen. I feel like both of these players have kind of just stayed at the board at the top with neither player really pulling ahead, and that means that we're going to start to see the pills get faster a little more quickly than we normally would, and that's always exciting to watch. The players may not be so thrilled about that, but for the spectators, it's always exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, man, as much as I love playing speed, I do love watching versus. It's really exhilarating. And nice save there from Larva, taking some out horizontally to drop some garbage on top. So that top line is there's a lot of evenness going on. Of course, there's that little chasm in the center, but bringing it down into a combo with that horizontal, nice vision from Larva. We got a very, very slim margin now. Chococat coming back.
Yep.
But
Well, I mean, in terms of board height, they are quite even, and in virus count as well. I don't think that any player is really getting a huge advantage here. Larvae may be looking a little cleaner now, finding another setup, which is going to rain a little more garbage down on Chococat. Is having trouble finding combos here.
yeah, and actually Larva's garbage just ruined a possible combo for Chococat, so you always love to see that. You hate it if it's played against you, but pretty fun. Nice combo there from Chococat though, and another almost set up. There we go. She gets another one. And with Larva so far down on the board, it's gonna take a while, but oh, gets the I guess it's called a charity clear now. Chococat doubled herself.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It looks like she's trying to set up for this red horizontal on the left. Is gonna break the L setup for that. But is just managing to bring the stack down in other ways here. It looks like now setting up for the big blue horizontal in the center, which she
Mm.
will get.
Ooh, and then when another red horizontal, maybe a little bit of a misprioritization. Should have flipped the position of those pills, but nevertheless good. And the name of the game at this moment with the different board shapes is combo on larva. That's
hmm
really what you just got to do if you want to make sure you have a little time to make your plans.
Oh, absolutely. I think both players are really focusing on cleanup here more so than comboing each other. So they're kind of giving each other a little bit of a ceasefire to just get things in control before they start comboing again.
Exactly, and with the speed increasing, that's that's a prudent move.
That's true. Once the speed starts getting higher and higher, it really it is a different game. If you're not used to it and you're not prepared for it, then you will play differently. You'll see it in your own play if it happens to you. Absolutely.
Mhm. And speaking of the speed increasing and things, you see that Larva is kind of working on horizontal setups now, which indicates, okay, the speed is coming up and that yellow and red in column one is going to be blocked up, whereas Choco Cat has much easier path so far to her viruses.
Yes, even though she is about 6 viruses behind her, her access to those viruses is much greater. So she is quickly going to narrow that gap, while Larvae is going to have to contend with a wall of garbage burying, particularly the red and the yellow in the bottom left corner here.
Yeah. Oh, and Choc or Larva not able to tuck that red into column 8. You see that there's the 3 and then the gap and 1 underneath, and that would have been really, really good to be able to just flip that in. But so she's working valiantly, but Choco Cat trying to come up with those setups. Column 2, a little bit messy, but a lot more open board.
Yep, the speed is also starting to climb here, more so
Mhm.
for Larva as she is stuck in
Mm.
more at the top of the board, and it will top out, and that's going to be the first set to Chococat.
And I believe the finals are best of 5?
I believe it's best 2 sets out of 3.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Mm. Yes,
Oh, best
finals of
sorry,
5
best of
sets.
5 sets? So they're gonna play the first to win 3 sets is my understanding?
Yes. Mhm.
Wow, okay, I to
So,
be honest,
yeah,
I was not aware of that. So that's
yeah.
gonna be yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. There's gonna be a lot of ground for Larvae to make the comeback here. Losing the first set is not, she's not on her tournament life here, so she definitely has some time to come back and get used to get used to Choco Cat's play.
Yeah, so I really like that each of these finding their rhythm, sort of going back and forth with this. And so, I mean, ladies, like amp up those combos, go for the jugular. Let's see it Ibar Betty slash brawl, you know? Let's see that. And three, two,
Well,
one, kills.
I don't know. I mean, their games lasted a long time. I mean, that was a lot of good Dr. Mario, but uh if that had extended to 5 games, I don't know. We would have had to take like a rain check on that match and start it the next day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a cricket game takes, several days. Yeah, sure. That's
Exactly.
fine. 4 days of Dr. Mario. And we got an opening here. Ooh, I think that if Larva gets a double red, that would be pretty awesome. But she is setting up for the horizontal here. And interesting possibilities for setups here.
Oh
But
yeah,
I think,
she's just not getting the piece she needs, and she's gonna find that horizontal at least to try to keep up. And meanwhile, Choco Cat
ooh,
finds a quad and drops it down. That is gonna
mm,
be very damaging.
Larva with her combo there. Still not too bad, especially this yellow blue coming through. It's going to clear a lot off the board. Nice
Yep.
tuck.
Finding more doubles to send back to Choco Cat. Now looking to get her left side down, and she's
All
gonna do
right.
an L drop here. That's a wonderful
Woo!
combo for her.
Mhm. Chococat there with a bit of a lead and a nice sweet tea coming down there.
hmm Uh, she is just cruising through this board here. Very little resistance. It feels like, unfortunately, because Larvis had to contend with some of these early game issues on the left side. It's hampering her ability to keep Choco Cat under pressure, and Choco Cat is just running away with it.
Yeah, and I mean it really sort of comes down to that beginning where Larva couldn't quite find the setups that she wanted, and there were some really good possibilities that you could see what plans she wanted to have happen. But yeah, there's a 20 virus lead for Choco Cat right now. So Larva's really going to have to balance a tough thing between trying to clear viruses. And yes, she topped out, but you balance clearing viruses with sending combos with cleaning garbage. It's a tough game.
Choco Cat will take the first game there. Absolutely, well played by her. And I think we are going to move into the next one. Maybe just taking a small breather. But I mean, hey, I said it. I was saying the other day, like Choco Cat is like a secret killer. Like her pace of play is really impressive. Honestly, I think there's a lot of people who don't know that.
Yeah, and you know what? She's so nice too, so you can't even be mad.
That's the worst. I want to be
It's
mad.
the worst. Yeah, it's like wrong. You just want to be mad, but you can't. Uh,
Exactly. Too bad.
oh, nice triple there from Choco Cat. Not doing too much damage to Larva. It's actually clearing a little bit, but column 6 starting to look like a wee bit of a problem for Larva, but she finds a combo down the right-hand side of the board.
hmm Yeah, she again just keeping up that impressive pace of play, finding some setups here. That's going to be another double for her. Although Larvae is making a lot of space in her center and on her left, so she is going to have some room to maneuver and send some
Mhm.
combos back Choco Cat's way.
Oh, yeah. This is looking really good. Yeah, Larva has the opportunity with any yellow to drop down, and it won't be too big of a deal. There she goes. She takes some of it down, and she can build more horizontals to keep dropping that level. Yeah, look at this. Looking good.
Absolutely, yeah. Now Choco Cat all of a sudden looking in a very dangerous position. Not really was not able to make the same sort of space that Larvae did. Maybe to her detriment here, as she's now finding herself with a crowded looking column 4 and 5, which you never
Mhm.
like to see.
Yeah, manages to find a combo there, though. Larva, I think, would love, as we all would, this fat log potential down in the center of the board. You see the yellows and the reds. But right now, all she's getting, of course, are yellow blue. So she's got to try to find a way to, yeah, get a setup.
Yep.
She does get a combo out of it. Not the
Yep.
one expected, but still looking good, leaving herself open for another horizontal drop with that yellow.
Absolutely. Still takes a double, and she has more setups now to make up for that. Absolutely.
Mhm. Ooh, look at all the red that Choco Cat needs right now. Dare I say we need a double red blitz? She gets a combo with one double red.
And she's still going. Not meant too much of a setup opportunity here. She's gonna have to start dropping a little faster to get to some of the pills that she needs to make combos here.
And the virus count very, very tight. Both of them, yeah. They have interesting setups here. They're trying to make space as again, as you said. Now Larva's board health, I think, is a little bit more tough than Chococats because Chococats is lower down and not that tough garbage on column 8 and 1.
And the longer she spends near the top of the board here, the faster these pills are going to get. And so, even when she manages to get out of this, she's still going to have to contend with a higher pill speed.
Hmm. Nice fat log though. Offset fat log. Good. We see Larva. I think she's trying to work on, yes, dropping down that red. Makes a nice combo. Yeah, brings down the level of that garbage as the speed increases.
Yeah, that was a great job to make a combo while also reducing the stack on the right side.
Mm, nice drop into a horizontal there from Chococat. 26 to 34. Just a lot of garbage on Choco's board, but as we've been seeing, she's going to turn that to some combos. And there she goes. There's one.
Starting to look a little more even here. Larvae slightly ahead in virus count, also slightly ahead in board health, I would say.
Mhm.
Findings that both players comboing about evenly from what I can tell. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a turning point here. I think whoever can find an advantage and push it at this stage is going to be in a great spot to win.
Yeah, for sure. I think this mid game is often just where all the hot stuff happens, honestly. I just love this part of the game to watch, not to play.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Endgame can be pretty exciting too, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but I don't ever make it there, so that's that's my problem. Yeah. Okay, and Larva now with a 5 virus lead and looking in a much healthier place. Has a nice combo there. Was wondering if an elaborate maybe drop into a horizontal setup could happen, but no, just going with really nice straightforward combos that are helping her bring her board down. Look at that.
And then meanwhile, Choco's cat's board is going in the complete opposite direction. She's had to contend with the pressure that Larvae's put on her, and I think Larvae is the one who found that advantage I was talking about a moment ago because now all of a sudden you can see a vast difference in the height of the boards here.
Yeah, very cool stuff. And yeah, so a 20 viruses for larva, 25 there for Chococat, but you see Chococat there at at the top of the board. Some double possibilities, but yeah, that speed, you can see that coming up. Column
I,
2 is evidence of that.
I was just gonna say you can see the speed is starting to pick up more so than it is for Larva because she spent so much time at the top of the board here. So she's gonna have to bring this down quickly before it gets to be too much.
Yeah, and for those who don't know the stats, the gravity does change based on how many pills you've seen, not necessarily time spent in the game.
So if the speed is much faster and you drop more pills at the top of the screen because you've been up there, that just means that your pill fall rate is going to climb much faster than your opponent, and I don't think anyone really wants that, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, not so much, no. So now we've got a dozen virus lead has larva over Chococat. Now, notice, column 8 looking a little bit messy, but she takes it out with a nice horizontal there. So yeah, she's got plans. She's going to make sure that she's probably going to try to take those blue and red out horizontally at the bottom of the board.
Yeah, she's well into her end game at this point. And whereas Choco Cat's pills are getting faster and faster, her left side now cut off, and
Oh
that's going
yeah.
to be a top out.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's what's so exciting about this game. At the very beginning, it was looking like Chococat all the way, but then the combos and the good moves, yeah, looking outstanding.
Yeah, in this game, even a small mistake can spiral into a serious issue that costs you entire matches at times.
hmm So they started their next game and they actually found the same first combo. It was a blue red towards the center of the board. So nicely done to them. And different games are already taking shape. Larva clearing off with a horizontal in the center of the board wants to make sure she keeps this blue yellow option open. And there she goes. She gets that combo.
Yeah, her board looking slightly cleaner until, of course, Choco Cat lowers her stack as I say that, and it puts a very damaging piece of red garbage in column 3 for Larva.
Yeah, that's really tough. Now, at this stage, you know, tipping that, oh, yeah, tipping that double red wouldn't have been impossible at the top of the board. Now she's brought it down a little bit more, but it is very risky if you don't make that spin.
hmm She is going to bring her column down, and was using several horizontals here. But in the meantime, Chococat has used that to start to pull ahead and get a little further down the board here.
Yeah, but look at that now. Larva's board very, very clean now. Manages to get off a combo. A bunch of red on Larva's board, so it might be good to just try to clear that out while building other setups.
Mhm.
She can use other colors for that, but Choco Cat with a 4 virus lead.
Absolutely. I'm particularly noticing right now that if you look just sort of below the top layer of viruses for each player, there are a lot of doubled up viruses. And I feel like
Mhm.
whoever can get there first is going to sort of have a field day of pre made combo setups that they can use to just push it even further. And I think Larvae is at the moment looking like the one who's going to get there first.
Yeah, that is what I love to call a speedrunner's delight. I want to get to that part of the board. I want that. And so Larva gets a nice combo to get there. Choco Cat sends some garbage that clears off a virus for Larva.
She is setting up a big yellow T here in the center, and I think she's going to
Ooh.
use these drops to get it. If she just gets one more blue yellow, she's just going to take the safe way. Yeah, if you wait too long for a pill like that, then especially in the center of your board, like she had right there, it can come back to bite you. So I think she just wanted to play it safe, given that she has the lead right now.
Mhm. And if a player drops a triple, it is or a quad, one of those pieces is guaranteed to go in the center two columns coming out of the bottle. So it's not a great idea to rely on that column with setups, especially with a player like Choco Cat who is starting to get her combo game going again.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're ever going to make a setup in the center like that, it should definitely be part of your decision making to consider what might happen if things go wrong there.
All right. Very tight viruses still for Choco Cat and Larva. Beautiful combo from
Oh, that's a
Larva,
quad,
taking
I
a lot
believe.
down.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's causing some damage.
Yeah, Chococat unfortunately has just had a wall of pill halves to deal with here, and it's starting to stack up. I'm not seeing a ton of combo setups, so all she can really do is dig. And if Larvae just keeps bringing the garbage down, then there might not be anything she can do. And that triple's just going to fill in any setup she might have had. I think this is going to be it. In
All
just a
right.
moment,
Turning
we're going
it
to
on.
see that's going to be a
Yeah.
top out.
And, Larva's board was going to get tricky with all that red yellow, but very nicely played in control.
Absolutely. She was going to take the lead for the first time in this
Oh,
match.
they almost played the same exact things for like 5 pills. Very excited.
That's what you want to see.
I
Uh,
love it.
both both players getting, I believe, identical garbage or near identical garbage, so they're both in a very similar spot. I think Larva is going to underclear here to deal with this red, whereas Chaco is just going to have to find another way to deal with it. She's going to take it vertically at column two here.
hmm Yeah, very nice opening moves from Larva there. We know that Larva is a speed runner, so she's going to be looking for those tucks. She's going to be looking for the most efficient plays, and that'll yield combos this close to the top of the board. Look at how clean this is for Larva.
Oh,
Looking good.
absolutely. She's definitely starting to wake up now. You can see that she may have been having some struggles in the first set, but sometimes you just need a little warm up, and then things start to flow, and you start to find your rhythm, and that's sometimes all you need. As Chococat is once again at the very
Oh,
top of the board, at risk of topping
oh,
out.
oh, and yeah, Larva takes the set.
That's going to be 1-all in this
All
best of
right.
5 sets to determine our champion.
Pew, pew, pew.
Uh,
All
I
right, let's
I have to
go.
say before the next game starts, I really appreciated your use of the mouth air horn in live in Columbus. That was a treat. I thank you. I
Oh
never got to
yeah.
thank you for that, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you appreciated it. I
I
hope
think
no one
everyone
ever uses
appreciated it.
hope no one ever uses a real one in the context of Dr. Mario. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, the mouth air horn is the responsible thing to do.
exactly. All right, we have readies from both players. So we're going to get on with set 3.
Yeah, I mean, if Larvae can now keep up this momentum into these next couple of sets, she could easily turn it around after a slow start. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Different approaches from both players in the opening here.
Yeah, it's interesting because this board, there's a lot of double
Oh,
possibilities. It's really tempting. Nice
Cho
by Choco Cat.
Shaka finds an amazing combo, and that's going to block the T setup that Larva had in mind. But she is going to get some blue reds that she can use to make the best of it, and she can get a triple over, actually a quad, in fact, that she's going to send back to Choco, covering her board.
Oh, yeah, and an L, yeah, from Larva. I mean, that's some good split-second thinking.
Absolutely, and now suddenly, in a game where both players started with the same pills and the same board, looking very, very different.
Mhm, mhm. Nice triple there from Larva, taking quite
Mhm.
a bit off the center of the board. Now, it was doing Chococat a little bit of a favor in that column 8, not building a combo, but allowing a quick garbage clear if necessary.
Yeah, I mean, Larva's just come out of all of these openings ahead. I think in the last couple of matches, this garbage here is on Larva is going to be particularly damaging, and she's going
Ooh.
to hang a pill in column 2, and that might be exactly what Choco Cat needed to start coming back here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is going to be tough because I don't think Larva wants to bring down that platform created by the yellow in the center. Even though she wants to clear it out, it's tough. It blocks the possibility for horizontal. So now Choco Cat is going to pull ahead a tiny bit, probably in viruses and certainly in board health. And double horizontal combo. Very nicely done.
Suddenly, the chasms have been filled, and now she's just at the top of the board here.
Ooh.
She's going to need to survive, but
Mm.
unfortunately, it's not going to happen. That's going to be game one of Choco Cat in this third set.
All right, let's trade them back and forth. Woo!
Right, going right back into it.
Wah!
Well, we were seeing similar moves here, but unfortunately Chococat broke the setup that Larvae is gonna get here, and that's gonna send first combo to Larva. Now seeing blue in column 4 for Larva. And Chococat suddenly having a much clearer board. Sometimes, first combo is important. It's not everything though. You have to follow up at the same time. Otherwise, you can get into a spot like this where now we're very close to the top of the board, and I don't know if Larvae is
Go
gonna
left.
have a setup. She's gonna have
Wait.
an L that she can use to bring things down.
All right, good. Oh, and the horizontal, good. She lives to flip pills another day.
Absolutely. And honestly, I've seen players come back from near death to end up winning an entire match, so she's certainly not out of this yet.
No, not at all. Now, Chococat has an 8 virus lead, but a couple of garbage issues. Although she turns it into a beautiful combo very quickly, Larva was able to combo on her own as well.
I think, oh, no, the garbage is unfortunately going to interrupt the double setup that I think she was about to go for. She is going to try to find this horizontal. Unfortunately, it's very high up from the center of the board, so she may have to fill in her center to get it, which can be dangerous in of
Mhm.
itself. But if she can do it, then she can recover her board here. Unfortunately, while she's in the process of doing this, Chococat is going crazy, just shuttling down the board here, finding combos left and right.
Mm, mhm. Yeah, it looks really good. Now, her combo game is going to be slowed down a wee bit, I think, with those reds there. But, actually, she uses the red as a horizontal. Now, having a lot of yellow on top. These things flip on a dime, but oh, sweet offset fat log there from Choco Cat.
But at the same time, an incredible T of blues in the center of the Larvae's board as well. She's finally finding some space in the center of her board, so now she's starting to maneuver, and I think she's actually getting some really good setup opportunities here and taking advantage of it.
Mm. I was wondering if Larva was going to go for the horizontal with the reds. You notice that she has a sideways blue red in columns 3 and 4, but blocked off a possibility for that horizontal red, but oh, gets an L yet and still leaves that possibility hanging in the air.
No, yeah, she converted that situation really well by finding that L setup. Now, gonna be dealing with a column 1 and 2 that, if one piece of garbage could easily just be blocked off here, but if she gets the red yellow and prioritizes this, oh no, I don't think
Oh,
that's what she intended. And now we are gonna have a blocked off column 1 and 2. Not the end of the world, but she is gonna have to start putting some pressure on Choco Cat because she is at the bottom of her board and looking very clean right now to clear the rest of this.
yeah, she is racing now. If you could even say there's a good thing about your columns being blocked off like larvas are, it's that garbage isn't going to fall there. Or if it does, it's just going to sort of replace and not slow down as much. So, oh, and it cleared out some garbage there in column 1.
And I think she is going to bring it down now with this
Yes,
drop combo,
let's
which is
go.
amazing. An awesome move here. And
Oh,
following that up with another combo after that.
that's gonna slow Chococat down, but she has a big cross in the center of the board, and she takes it. I
Yeah,
love this
Choco
game.
Cat. Oh, I mean, Versus is so exciting to watch. Like you said, it turns on a dime. Uh, even though there can be some slow periods, they never last too long, and there's always something going on. Whether someone's
Mhm.
setting up or knocking down, if you know what to look for, there's always something exciting happening. Like this amazing quad that Choco Cat has just found,
Ooh.
to, or that Larvae has found, excuse me, to dump onto Choco Cat's board.
Yeah, and, it looked like Chococat had just sent something that was gonna wreck some of Larva's plans, but Larva found a way around it and is doing pretty well. There's a ton of yellow here, but manages to drop a bunch of it for a combo. If she can get this yellow over to the left, which she does so hard to get that going at high speed, she's really cleared off that column 1, and notice, you see what's gonna happen if she tucks a red?
Yep, and then she's gonna get a double and clear out the column one all in one shot. Honestly, I mean, I believe I said about Choco Chat Cat was board with something very clean. I can't remember, but whatever it was, I must not know what I was talking about because she's got plenty of garbage all of a sudden. Larva has done a great job of of putting on the pressure despite being near the top of the board here.
Mhm. But yeah, you can see the speed. It's coming up for Larva. And of course, we were talking about it that the closer you are to the top of the board, the more the speed increases. And oh, a valiant survival attempt by Larva. There were so many good moves there, but Chococat takes game 2.
And we're gonna move into game three here, where Larva is gonna need to find something on this particularly difficult opening. The double yellows are going to help both players find their first combo, but there's just not a lot of red to work with. It seems
Mhm.
like RNG is favoring them, not giving them a ton of useless red that they have to find use for. But still, if you can't hide from the reds forever, they're going to come for you. And when they do, it's going to be you're going to have to figure something out.
Yeah, so they're going a little bit of time without too many combos. Chococat finds one, but it actually clears off a virus, 2 viruses for Larva. So, thanks,
hmm
Chococat.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the charity clears. I mean, if when it happens to you, it's great. When it's your opponent, it can be frustrating. But you just have to roll with it and keep sending the garbage, and then have hope in the law of averages that you will eventually get some sort of advantage from this.
Yeah. So I think that Larva is really she's I was gonna make an observation that if she's gonna go for it, she's gotta really go for it early on Chococat because we can see that Larva, the speed at some point gets to her a little bit. And even though she is able to make those great survival clears, it still gets to her. So notice she's 12 viruses ahead. Chococat very high up on the board,
hmm
bringing things down with horizontals. Ooh, excellent triple.
Wow, amazing triple at the
Mhm.
top of the board. Gonna find another double there after that. She's doing a wonderful job of surviving. I was gonna say she is gonna need to find setups at some point, but it looks like she's doing exactly that with another double, an amazing double horizontal in the center of the board,
Oh,
and another
another
double
one.
horizontal.
Oh, that's so freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, did you just see that clear from Taco Cat? It was like
That
a
was an
weird
incredible tee.
offset fat log pinwheel thingy. Oh,
We're inventing new terminology on the spot here.
I
That's how
know, I
incredible this
know.
play is.
Ugh, this is really fun. Folks, this is outstanding. Look at this combo there from larva into a horizontal.
I think Larvae's starting to see that the combos are coming, and Choco Cat is starting to mount the comeback, and she's realized she's got to put some more pressure on her. You can't let off the combos. You can't let off the pressure because if you give your opponent room to breathe, they know how to take advantage of it. They are going to make the comeback against you, and that's what Choco Cat is trying to do right now, and she's doing a good job of it so far.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, she's gonna wanna mess up those plans for larva. Larva sends a nice combo there, but gets one thrown on her as well. So, yeah, it's going to take a little maneuvering to figure out these plans for larva, but she's got a 19 virus lead to play with, still low on the board, and a nice combo down the left hand side. Oh, she's
hmm
got a blue horizontal. Look at that.
Oh, this is going to be
Oh, aha.
both players with some wild setups here. Finding an incredible triple is Larva here on the left. She is like her end game is looking so good right now. Again, she can't let up on the pressure here for 1 second against a player like Choco Cat, but she is looking good right now.
Yeah, and would this be the first game that's gone the distance? If that's
Yeah, actually, now that
yeah.
you mention it, I could be wrong, but yeah, I believe that might be the first all clear we've had all night.
Well, let's not let's not get
Right.
beef with
Knock
Choco
on wood,
Cat.
everybody. Knock on wood. But with
Yeah.
one virus left on Larvae side, she is going to have to figure out the garbage situation that is on top, and we're going to have to see how she plays it here if she wants to go vertically, which it looks like she will. One more blue that the garbage graciously has just provided was going to unblock that red. It is in a bit of a crevice here, and she's going to umbrella it off just to be
Oh,
sure that
yeah.
nothing will cover that. She's going to forego the blue drop here, perfectly blocks that garbage from blocking her double red, and now she just needs one more red piece to finish this out, and she's gonna
Okay.
get it.
Yeah. All right. All clear for Larva taking game 3 in this set. Very nicely done.
All right, but
That was a yeah,
she still has 2 more crowns to go to take this
I
set.
know.
So far, oh, Jocko is going to get the first combo and followed up right away. She is not
Mhm.
happy about being all cleared against, I think, because she's just pouring the combos on, and we're already at the top of Larva's board here.
Yeah, and, I really wish I were sitting at home with Chococat Cat because I've watched her play, and there's something that, Doc calls when she's in the driver's seat, and she physically manipulates that controller like she's driving a car, and it's amazing. I can see
Really?
revved up right now.
Oh, wow. I was gonna say,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I didn't know about that terminology before, but I think I may have already seen that, 2 weeks ago in Columbus because, yeah, this is the Choco Cat that I happened to catch a game of. She's just pouring on the pressure here.
Wow. Yes, and Larva doing a great job of survival, nice horizontal there, just bringing it down a little bit, but, yeah, she's gotta stay strong.
Absolutely. She's doing the best she can to survive. She is, I think, trying to find a
Ooh.
combo. Took a risk. It did not pay off. That's going to be crown 4 to Choco Cat, and that's going to be set 2. She only needs one more best of 5 crowns in order to win the whole set and win the Virus Buster League Mild Fever season.
Yeah, but, Larva's got a lot of fight in her.
Oh,
This is gonna be a
absolutely.
banger.
We saw it in set 2, we saw it in this set as well. It just didn't happen to work out for her. There's no doubt that she can come back and take 2 sets in a row here if she plays aggressively and she finds the set if she needs.
Yeah, Swang is saying in the chat, "Hello, Swang," who is gonna be in our, Extreme League Championships, I believe tomorrow? Is tomorrow Friday? Yeah. So, this is an excellent series, and if you're interested in joining, signups are gonna start for the next iteration of the league really soon, so watch for those in our Discord. Be sure to join us, there's all kinds of information about speed, versus, friendly tournaments, it's all happening on our Discord.
Alrighty, I think we're just taking some deep breaths, perhaps, before we start the next one. Both these players, they've I mean, they've played 3 sets of Dr. Mario now. Honestly, even some single sets that I've seen have been marathons. So this is no easy feat. I'm sure both players are starting to feel the fatigue at least a little bit. So they just maybe just need a moment before they jump back into the 4th set here.
Yeah, I can have a marathon session of playing speed for an hour and it doesn't bother me. But for some reason, sitting down to verses, if I were playing a versus match or versus set that was lasting an hour, it just the adrenaline and the fight, it would be too much for me. It would overwhelm me.
Well, we are coming up on the hour mark here, but both players are showing no signs of stopping. It looks like both players trying to find a setup here, both struggling a little bit. I think Chaco will find the first one, and oh, that's amazing. T, what a heads up play. She saw the double yellow, including the second double yellow in her next box, and she made the T play. That is not a setup you would make if you didn't know those pills were coming. So that's a very heads up play from Larva. But she still needs to survive now. Her columns 4 and 5 stacking up very high. Gonna try
Ooh.
to make a yellow horizontal here, but the garbage is gonna top her out. Oh,
Mhm,
that is a
mm.
heartbreaker. That's gonna be first game to Choco Cat.
All right. Now, what we need Larva to take a good solid win so that we're gonna see Choco Cat get enraged and rev up the engine. And then we just gotta see more. This is turning into a brawl. I'm liking it.
Oh yeah, this has been great so far. Already jumping back into the next crown here. Both players. Oh wow, yeah. Choco, look at the speed of the play of Choco Cat here. She's just throwing pills down like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but Larva's got a lot of good setups here. Blue yellow is the name of the game.
What
Oh,
a
a
nice
triple.
triple.
Yeah, messing with Choco Cat's column 8 a little bit, but the speed still kind of slow enough to get it working. But
Mhm.
Chococat, all red, yellow top line. Check that out.
Almost no blue, gets a little bit of blue garbage here, but, yeah, this is gonna be Larvae's moment to come back.
But yeah, actually, Larva's got this one yellow and then blues in the center that are a little blocked off. So it's going to be combos necessary for Larva as well there. Oh, she gets one down the left hand side. It really clears up the columns 1 and 2 situation.
And she's actually recovered from that opening very well here. Choco Cat, unfortunately, now is stuck without yellows. For some reason, she can just never seem to have all three colors at once on the board here. The yellow situation is also looking a little dire for Larva, but she's a little further down the board. But as I say that, Choco Cat is just finding constant setups here to try to even things back up.
hmm And Larva does have a possible blue horizontal setup brewing. She's narrowing down that option though, so it's going to be tough as Choco Cat sends a garbage piece all the way down column 4 to the bottom. So that's going to be about 3 or 4 seconds of wait time for Larva.
She's got a blue horizontal setup that I think she is just going to take right now while she
Good.
still can. Unfortunately, does not result in a combo, but you don't want to leave setups like that linger for too long. She's just going to get a double here on the right side instead, and she has some more setup opportunities on her left when she gets those pills.
And she's got some nice combos high up close to the top of the board. She's got to clear out that column 3. Drop that blue at any cost, combo or no.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, I think she was trying, and just an unfortunate little miss there. But she that column four is already getting very dangerous, and I think she's starting to try to make moves to deal with that. But if any even one more piece of garbage here in column four is going to be a huge problem.
Yeah, so she's just gonna have to keep comboing and being mindful of that. Oh, and
Oh, unfortunate.
that is the end there for Larva, but she was almost there. A little bit of flipping or double tapping might have gotten her there, but yeah. Oh,
All right, well, that's going to be game two to Choco Cat, and she's one crown away from the championship as we go into the next game.
nice opening combo there from Choco Cat. Larva sends one as well.
Yep, Choco finds another horizontal setup here.
Mm.
Yeah, she wants this. She's playing lights out right now. Wow, an incredible like thick T in the center.
Oh.
This is already starting to pile up for Larva. She's got to survive if she wants to keep her tournament alive.
Yeah, and she got the double yellow that would have made an excellent offset fat log, but it's just when you're looking at the top of that board, you know, you've just got to make your moves. You've got to clear off. So,
Players like Chococat are not going to give you all the time in the world to think, so you have to make your decisions and you have to make them quick.
ooh, nice save there from Larva. Good
Yep,
spin.
she has a setup for a combo. This is going to be a triple for her.
Yeah, and she has made her way out of other games in a little bit worse of a situation. So, Larva's really working on that. Gets the nice horizontal into a
Oh
double,
wow,
and there
yes,
we
she's just
go.
finding these doubles wherever she can.
Okay, blue yellow. Nice
Wow,
tea
a
there.
nice double
Yeah, she's
T.
back in it.
hmm Honestly, now it is already looking much more even than it was even moments ago.
And Chococat does have a 13 virus lead, but and setting up another combo. But columns 7 and 8 a little bit tricky there. The horizontal isn't necessarily there to take out that red garbage really easily, or just keep bumping that level down. So she's gonna have to be creative.
Yeah, she's. It looks like she's trying to hold out for this blue horizontal, but things are starting to get very crowded here on the board. She's going to take a double off the top, sets up a platform for the blue, and now she just will not. The game will just not give her a blue when she needs it.
Mm, come on,
Everything but
blue,
blue.
blue.
Oh, and
All
she's going to
right.
make it a drop, so this will be at least a triple. Yes.
All right. Okay. She's gonna need another blue to get those horizontals out. There she goes. She makes an offset flat log. Does Larva? It's gonna drop quite a bit on Chococat. That's gonna be tough. Ooh, Chococat.
Oh, Choco Cat's starting to get very high in the both players very high in the centers here for how given how far into the game we are. Oh no, I think that Larva had some setup opportunities on the right and she unfortunately misflipped it. but she's clearing it out. She's surviving. Both players surviving.
Combo opportunity for Larva. Oh,
I think she wants a horizontal, but that might have
oh,
been too much. That's gonna be a top
oh.
out.
And that is going to be the third set win for Chococat. And she is our friendly physician for the Mild Fever Virus Buster League.
Congratulations to Choco Cat. Shout outs to both players. That I think the chat would agree that that was an incredible game, incredible set of matches to watch. To be honest,
Yeah.
honestly, it's not often you get to see players go in such long set play like this finals format. So it's a treat to see it.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. I really want to see these two play live. I would really like to see that in the future. So
Absolutely.
that would be hype. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I wanted to call attention to a couple of events that are going to be going on this weekend, next weekend, the weekend after. You're just going to get so much Dr. Mario. Of course, tomorrow you're going to be seeing the finals of the Extreme Fever League. We're going to see the number 1 seed Swang versus the number 2 seed Ibar. And of course, you know, Swang needs no introduction. And we're also going to have our SNES Speed Side Tournament, followed by next weekend, our gold end of year championships, and the weekend after that, silver championships. Oh, wait. Also, what's happening this weekend? Do you remember?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe if you didn't already say it just now and I totally forgot, it would be the live event in Kansas City.
Yeah, so at the Kansas City Retro, we're going to be having our first of our regional tour. So very, very exciting there. You're going to see some of your favorite players battle it out. I think Larva will be there. So pretty awesome. And yeah, so you're just going to get an end of year filled with Dr. Mario content. So everyone put some hype in the chat for that. We will be so stoked to see you tomorrow. And until we see you again, take your vitamins.
Have a good night, everybody.